This is going to be a long one. A lot of story. We're going to talk about the Crusaders and against Orcus as well. And I'm deciding, I think, in the next format that is coming up for holy crap, we jumped up to 244 subs. Thank you all. Yeah, I think in like the next format, if I don't pull spreads very well, I'm just not going to play the top tier strats in this next format. So, secrets, powers of the planet. Yeah, unfortunately, unless I pull good tier elements or stuff like that, I can't play. A few years had passed since the nightmare of a tragedy. When Aram awoke, he found that the girl and her brother were no longer with him. Was Ib really gone now for good? The loss of the girl had its grip over Aram's heart like an unbreakable vice. I couldn't protect Ib. If only I was stronger, then her death could have been avoided. The battle had left a chasm in Aram's heart. Now that Ib has gone, Aram had tasted for the first time just how terrifying a battle could be, and how devastating losing someone you treasured could be. He didn't have the heart to go on with his journey, not for now. However, there was still one thing on his mind that bothered him. It was Ningirsu. Even now, Aram still had no idea where he had gone. No doubt despair had taken him. Now that his beloved sister was no more, when Aram thought about how Ningirsu must be feeling right now, his heart became fraught with an unmovable weight. That was exactly why Aram had to go after his childhood friend, and so the swordsman resumed his journey with Imduct. It was when panic was beginning to settle in Aram's mind. Was it coincidence? Or did the mech knight that dwelled within him lead him to it? He stumbled across a dormant crawler. It occurred to Aram that he might lead to a clue. He could try and restore it and see if its communication system still worked. I'm gonna just do a lot of story, apparently. Before we even get to practice. Aram succeeded in restoring the crawler and gained access to the communication system, along with a number of records. That detailed areas in which the swarms were active and data on the locations where many crawlers had been destroyed. Perhaps there was still some life left in those areas, and if there was, maybe they would know where Ningirsu had gone. Armed with his new clue, Aram set off to the areas he had gleaned from the records. However, as useful as information was, it unfortunately didn't make Aram's expedition any easier. There was nary a sign of life. You mean nearly a sign of life to be spotted anywhere. And the journey was looking like it could end in vain. Nature, uncaring, unrelenting, continued to batter the two mercilessly. But at last, a glimmer of hope. At the end of the arduous tunnel, Aram and Imduct stumbled across the remaining tribes of the planet. That of the fiery recluses, and the stalwart beasts, and the sacred lakeside trees. Although this encounter brought no clue as to Ningirsu's whereabouts, Aram and Imduct were blessed with legends and knowledges of the tribes. And by linking them together, Aram was able to unlock a great secret power to the world, and witness the tremendous power that slumbered in its depths. It made him think that the world chalice's powers that were bestowed to him, for this was greater, far greater, hiding unbeknownst to the dwellers of the planet. Was this what Lee had sought? Aram thought. Dummy tree. I dodged a bullet yesterday, bro. It nearly missed me. That's good. That's good. The fact that they just, like... Okay, Konami. Did you just throw this together at night? Probably, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, look at all these scenarios. What were the more secrets? Duel... Oh my god, this is terrible spelling. Just grammar. Dwelled beneath the surface. One of them was the rebirth records, inscribed with the history of the planet, chronicles from generations long forgotten, and the others bygone memories of the planet's glorious age, where humans ruled from the apex. Long, long ago, there was a god who ruled the skies, with dragonkind as its disciples. It perpetuated the cycle of destruction and rebirth to maintain the balance of the realms. However, the scale of the destruction grew bigger each time, and one day, the balance of the two was thrown into great disarray. Once this delicate balance toppled, even the sacred skies do not hold back the destruction arrived. The god decided that it could no longer oversee the skies by itself. With its powers of creation, it brought forth layers and layers of the toughest earth into the powers of destruction within. With nowhere to go, the power raged and raged until it boiled and scorched the very earth, morphing it. The torrent of power rushed through the land and merged with the powers of creation, leaking out onto the surface. It became a small manifestation of the cycle of death and rebirth, and gave life to the lands. With the last of its strength, the god then turned itself into a key, and entrusted it to the life blooming on the planet before vanishing. In the years following its disappearance, the power of destruction re-emerged on the surface many times. However, every time it did, the life on the planet would use the key, and with the help of the dragonkind, pushed it back to whence it came. Over time, the key came to be known as the Word. As Word. Oh, wow. And the power of destruction as the Great Darkness. Thus, the great legend of the world hero was born. Starlit hero, your sword swathed in light. May you triumph over the great darkness. Oh my god, this grammar is making my brain hurt. Oh my god, how much more? Okay, the good part is I only have to do like one duel here, two duel here, so it shouldn't be a problem. Decades, centuries, maybe millennia passed since the beginning of the rebirth records. The land was now populated with life known as humanity. There was a civilization who had gained scientific knowledge and technology know-how, and were at the height of their prosperity. Their glory came at a cost, for it not only tore the planet's gifts away from it, but also the dragons who protected it. The god and the dragons that had faded into obscurity as mere tales. And it was during this time the key was excavated and uncovered. The humans were exhilarated by such a legendary and mythical find, although its authenticity became gradually acknowledged. Some expressed worries and doubts at the discovery. And what did it mean for the key to have resurfaced in this time? Was this an omen, warning them of an inevitable battle between the world hero and the Great Darkness, like the legend said? Now that they could see the key existed in its sword form, did this not also mean that the powers of destruction were indeed sealed deep within the planet's crust? Humanity began to assemble their finest to analyze the key. Within the team they had formed, there was a scientist who was shown her talent in all fields of medicine, astronomy, and archaeology. Her name was Lee. He was known all over the world as the foremost authority on computer science. The analysis was able to proceed smoothly, thanks to her involvement, and not long after, Team branded itself as an organization called Crusadia, under the jurisdiction of the Confederation of Nations. Once they had analyzed the key further, They began to draft a plan that would help fight the imminent threats of their planet, to their planet. It would involve warriors of a mechanical nature, and they called it Project Meknite. Work was to proceed after a moment's delay. Oh, is this, backstory on all this? Meanwhile, Lee drew up a hypothesis and sought to validate it in secret. She wanted to get to the root of the appearance of the Great Darkness that world hero legend spoke of. Recorded in the legend were multiple tales of the key being used to drive back the Great Darkness. By harnessing the power of creation and destruction. Lore! The lore! The lore! It was a simple enough story. The Great Darkness would appear, and the world hero would fight it back with a key. However, could the reverse also not be true? That using the key was the very thing that drew the Great Darkness out. There were those who were entrusted with the divine mission, and the conspirators who sought to revive the powers of destruction. The world hero legend was ultimately a story of their power struggle over the key. Whoever has the key will control the fate of the world. Or so went Lee's hypothesis, anyway. And the more time she spent trying to validate it, the darker her ambitions grew. The Divine's powers will be mine. How many more do I have to read? I still have to read 4 more. Holy crap. Oh, the Meknites. A few years have now passed since Project Meknite began. And finally, Meknite of the Morning Star was complete. It had been fitted with a core powered by the key, and possessed enough power to fight the most deadly of wars. However, an incident occurred during its test run with none other than Lee as its test pilot. With the key, she had reversed all the celestial powers coursing through its mechanical body and diverted them to the planet's core, faster than anyone could make a move. Lee had planned all this out before taking her place as test pilot. The power that had flowed into the planet's core split the lands, and once again the destruction from within overflowed to the surface, scorching every bit of earth that it touched. The entire world was beginning to split apart in this unprecedented disaster, and the revival of the Great Darkness drew ever nearer. However, its resurrection was not without its obstacles. The Crusadia had created, as assistive units, 7 Meknites in total. The remaining Meknites faced off against Meknite of the Morning Star and destroyed it, sealing away the Great Darkness back within the earth once more. The Great Darkness was at the end of the day a divine force, one that the mortals failed to seal away completely. Inspired by the key, the team decided to put their power into physical vessels of their own, and left them on the surface as legacies. Now that the lands were ruined, it was getting harder and harder to live in such conditions. It seems that life on this planet would be gradually snuffed out, including humanity. The reason why the Master of the Key, the world hero, didn't appear in our time of need is because we humans drained the planet of its powers. Though the Crusadia, they began to mobilize to put an end to humanity's so-called glory, as it was the largest obstacle to the revival of the barren lands and the planet's chances at surviving. They left the 7 Meknites they had built in their ruined world after they were programmed with instructions to help rekindle the planet. The Meknites were also installed with data of the Crusadia members they had established a brain link with. If the lands could be healed once more, and the planet could take back the power it once had, then perhaps they could avoid imminent disaster. Crusadia left all their hopes to a faraway future they may not even reach. However, there was one thing they failed to realize. The mastermind behind the incident was Lee, and she had already been taken by the burning lands. When she was found, she was already dead. But only in flesh. Her soul had been released from its physical vessel. She had transferred into world legacy, world chalice, her will and knowledge. Interesting. We're going to get a lot of lore today. The tremendous power that dwelled within the planet was the very thing that Lee was after. Though suddenly he was struck by a sense of terror. He could feel a great force of malice that threatened the planet, but from where he could not tell. Perhaps someone somewhere was beckoning to the darkness, trying to bring it forth. That had stopped them before another terrible disaster happened. And in that moment in Aram's mind, the figure of Ningirsu appeared. The figure of his childhood friend, tormented with sadness from the loss of Ib, seeking darkness in his despair at the world. Although slight, he could feel Ningirsu's presence within the malice. Could it be it? Aram regained his uneasy heart in. He would need help to stop this malice. He asked the elders of each tribe to lend them their strength. Oh, is that Appaloosa? Looks like Appaloosa. And they answered his pleas with a great number of warriors, and the tribes united in a formidable alliance. They named themselves after the warriors of old, that their writings spoke of, and thus the second coming of the Crusadia was born. The Crusadia were taken to a hidden spot by the tribe of the sacred trees and activated World Legacy World Crown. Aram and his companions have now obtained power that could help them combat the malice that threatened their world. The Crusadia began their advance toward the giant tower at the center of all the mountains. Oh, it's the Orcus! The orchestrated Babel, towering into the sky in a metallic magnificence. Surrounding it were the Orcus, mechanical weapons waiting on standby in silent formations. At the tower's base was Ningirsu, and activating World Legacy World Wand was the only thing on his mind. Now that Aram could see his childhood friend, the swordsman could only think about how much sadder he looked. Aram prayed that he was only overthinking the situation, but he knew that their reality was not a kind one. Ningirsu was there, but he wanted the power of darkness. And he was at the center of the malice Aram had felt. That was the truth that awaited him at the end of this long search. But no matter how much time had passed, no matter how things had changed, the one thing that remained the same was Ningirsu was still his friend. Aram thought about what he could do now that he was there. He had to stop Ningirsu from starting a disaster that could mean the end of their world. The only one who could stop this villainy was me. Aram thought, gathering all his courage. He signaled for his companions to mobilize, and now a new battle was about to begin. Wait, what? Oh, I need Ningirsu. Ningirsu's sorrow. When Ningirsu saw what had happened, a bolt of guilt pierced through his grief. Even in his desperation, he never imagined this would happen. His eyes could hardly believe what they were seeing. How did all this happen so fast? He prayed that he was dreaming, and that he was going to wake soon. All he wanted was to see his dear sister again. At the scene of another nightmare, unfurled around him, he became embroiled in a storm of emotions. I need to save Ib. Even as his mind was numbed with stupor, Ningirsu's body began to move without command. In what looked like an impulsive choice, he struck his childhood friend unconscious, taking both the other man's sword and Ib. What good was this world if Ib were not in it? He would do anything, be good or evil, if it meant that he could see her smile again. That single thought of getting his sister back was all Ningirsu needed to force his weary limbs forward. He had the Mekk-Knight cords from when the 6 nightmares were defeated. And now, he also had the sword he took from Arum. Using the facilities that were still present in the Mekk-Knight headquarters, he analyzed the artifacts with feverish desperation. This world possessed a mystical power, similar to that of the world legacies, and if anything had a clue regarding the specifics, it would be the Mekk-Knights. They might even have a way to bring it back. Though he was unable to glean a way to resurrect Ib, he learned a great deal about a number of facilities from the ancient civilization. Ningirsu left the Mekk-Knight headquarters and set off to each one of them with the lifeless body of his sister in tow. Many of the facilities he visited had already ceased to work, and the ones that barely did proved little to no useful information. However, Ningirsu never gave up. There must be a way he could save Ib somehow. With that unwavering belief in his heart, he resumed his grueling journey. And finally, at long last, he discovered an ancient facility that was still in working condition. And that's where he found the Orcus thing. After countless weary roads walked, Ningirsu had gone through more information than any average man would in his life. He had thoroughly inspected the Mekk-Knight cores and several ancient facilities. With that he had gathered, including files on the key and technologies thought to be long lost. He had finally unlocked the secrets hidden within the planet, and the truths of the world that had been shrouded in mystery. Ningirsu trembled with joy. He could revive his sister now. With this unfound uncertainty, Ningirsu set about creating a vessel that could house Ib's soul using the ancient technologies. However, this task was to be at the most difficult yet. Oh, what the heck? Is that Galatea? Trial after trial resulted in countless failures and thereby products. And as the days ticked by, he had amassed enough vessels to create his own army. But at last, his efforts paid off. He had created a mechanical doll that would work. He synchronized the doll with the body of his dead sister. He also succeeded in reinitializing the functions of one of the twin swords vital to its plan. That's Galatea, ain't it? So much time had been poured into this endeavor, but at least there was something to show for it. A strange sense of elation began to bubble within Ningirsu. His sister had given her life for this world. Now it was time for him to create a new world for her. Now that Ningirsu had the mechanical doll's power, the second step of the plan to build orchestrated Babel would finally begin. That was a mouthful. I do not want to, like, go through that ever again. Okay, well now I gotta do a practice. I know how, well, I don't know how Crusadia works, so I'll probably have to play it. Let's learn how Crusadia works. This is taking way longer than it should. Okay, cool. Okay, so Link summon first, normal summon Ecclesia. Okay, so normal summon Ecclesia. Go into Magius. And then special summon Leonis. And activate Magius as effect. Add Maximus to hand. Crusadia Regulus? Yeah. And then Maximus. Regulus effects. Add Revival. And then go Equimax. Raise the attack of Equimax. Activate Revival. Okay. Now, special summon World Legacy Crown. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Seems simple enough. Okay. We could attempt to play this, but here's the thing. I can crush these people with my Sword Soul deck, so this is not a problem. I can crush the computer with my Sword Soul. Well, that sucks. Well, I can at least get Baron A. And I guess pass, sadly. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you do that. Nice try. Draw and lock. Okay. Well, I can at least go into attack. Yeah, I'm gonna Infirm. Okay, Babble. That's fine. How about no? Oh, that sucks for you. Aw, man. Alright, we'll go to battle again. Go to main 2. Activate DD Pro. We're gonna do this so you can't get that. And no, why do I want to use... Oh, Brass Bombardment again. Oh. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Machine conversion? Okay. Well, I'm just gonna do this. What is that? Oh, cool. Alright, we'll summon Moye then. Moye. Reveal Long Wong. Get token. Draco Berserker. Draw card. Oh, now you're dead. Now you're dead. Oh yeah, the moment I synchro with this, you're dead. And die. And you're dead. Oh, that was good. Well, let's just open this. Open this. I gotta practice the Orcus. Alrighty. Oh, Harper. Okay. First activated orchestrated return. Okay. Harper. One for one. Nice. Brass Bombardment, okay. And now use World Wand to get World Legacy. And Harp Horror. Get Symbol Skeleton. And now, set Einsatz directly from. And then activate Einsatz. Okay. And now Longirsu. When dueling, consider how to link user effects to the force. I win. Nice. Oh, I should play this, huh? Get the field center or whatever. The main center. Okay, I do have return. Cosmo Channeling. You can send one monster you control that is owned by your opponent. The graveyard. Okay, we'll activate Cosmo Calling. We'll activate Return. Okay. We'll summon Brass Bombardment. And I guess that's it for now. Cool. Maybe I should have sent World Wand. Okay, return. Okay, so we'll go return. Send World Wand, draw to it. Okay, no cards for that. Okay, let's go returner. Ling Haribo. Okay. Now Galatea. Oh, return. Wait, what? Oh, cool. Alright, prepare to die. Oh, screw that. Alright, fine. We just want to play this way. We'll just play the hard way. Okay, fine. I didn't want to have to play this way, but that's fine. Oh, that's a terrible hand. Actually, no, it's not. This ain't too bad. Sacred Summit. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and Emergence. Go grab Moye. And then Special Summon. Then go grab Monk. Then go Vishuda. Send that back to hand. Then Heavenly. We go summon Taya. Oh, I can't use your effect. That's fine. Reveal Sacred Summit. Now we throw these two together. Go get. We'll do Ty's effect, then Shax's effect. Shax is gonna go let me grab Long Wong. Yes. We're gonna pitch Adhara. Now we're gonna Sacred Summit. We're gonna go grab Taya. Now I can use your effect. And now we go into these two. Now we use Moye's effect. That's not the card I wanted, but that's fine. What is that? Oh, Crusadia. So we'll go main 2. We'll go... Oh, I can't. Cool. Okay, what's the computer gonna do here? I'm gonna book it. Link Haribo? Oh, Magius. I'm gonna use your effect. Oh, I can do it from hand? Yeah, just go ahead and pass now. Oh, cool. You're gonna link these off? Are you gonna just link off for a Magius? Oh no. Oh, Regulix. Thank you. Crap. Yeah, no. Dang it. He keeps the attack. Cool. Oh, but sir. And now we pitch Vishuda. And we add Ashuna. And now, oh, wait, what? Oh, did your attack go back down? Oh, that's sad. We're gonna return you to the deck, and you to the deck. And then use your effect to send Mapora. And now, let's just end this, shall we? Bye-bye. Lose a computer. Alright. You know what? I'm having so much fun. The fire's shooting at us, that's right. Forgot I called a deck that. Alright, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun with my sharks. I do so love playing my shark deck. This is a decent hand. Okay. Okay, we will Harpy. And then Instant Fusion. Because I don't control any effect monsters, I can special summon Chitana. And then we go Bahamut. Then Bahamut. Send Silent Sea Nettle. Go grab Toad. And then, lifeless, let's dump right hand. Because right hand then we go Stealth Dragon. Then I use Stealth Dragon effect. I don't want to go into Mistar Boy. Now we attack in. Dang it, really? Then we go to main 2. And why can I go in it? Oh, okay, I guess I didn't. I had an Xyz monster attack. Maybe it locks me in the water. Oh, it locks me in the water, that's right. Okay. Do I care for that? Yes, I do. I would love to. And now you die. Oh, be tuneful. Beautiful's effect. Let's go grab a Buzzsaw. Buzzsaw's effect. Activate itself. Special summon. Go in. Go in. Go in. And go in. That was uneventful. The least you could have did is try. Alright, let's do this, and then we'll do the last one with our Sword Soul deck, baby. No, we'll call it a stream. I'm just doing this to get up in gems, really. Oh! Oh, this is a really spicy hand. Oh, this is spicy. I could OTK with this. Okay, let's go ahead. Cyberdark? Why Cyberdark? We special summon. Then we normal summon. Then we activate the effect. I get an extra normal. And then we go all out. Bahamut. Bahamut. Detach. Get Toad. Then... Stealth Dragon. Then we go to battle. I could have went into Abyss Dweller. It would have stopped him from doing any of his shenanigans with Cyberdarks. And then we send you back. Yeah, you really think I'm gonna let you do that? Now, I pot. Then we instant fusion. Get rare fish. Normal summon. Let's grab right hand. And Abyss Dweller. And this game is over. I don't even need Toad. It's almost as if you're playing a terrible deck. Alright, let's swap. And let's go to Sword Soul. And I need to edit this deck, actually. Twin Twister is not great in this deck. Godarla, you can leave. Alright, yeah, I need more Ashunas. There we go. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good about this now. Alright, last duel. Should not be a problem, because if I can get the big three out not gonna matter. Wow, this hand, not great. Alright, we'll just do this. We will special summon. And then go into Monk. We can salvage this. Because then I can Vishuda, send that back to him. Then we can do this. Special summon Moye. Moye's effect. Oh, it's negated. It's fine. I still get her effect for synchroing. Because then I can go grab Long Wong. Alright, let's grab Long Wong. And then Moye lets me draw. Perfect. We'll pitch Taya. Boom. And go get Verne. Verne. You get hit for 1, 2. And then you die. And that's game. Perfect. Alright. Let's finish the story. And I got 2,000 more gems. Alright. The Crusadia headed toward where Nagirsu was. However, before they could reach him, they had to get past the countless Orcus weaponry. The Orcus were merciless as they were numerous, and the Crusadia suffered greatly as they tried to fight their way through. In the heart of the battle, Aram began to feel that within orchestrated Babel, there dwelled a power similar to that of his key. The mechanical vessel used whatever title, a little of the key's powers they had inherited and activated orchestrated Babel. From the depths of the tower, a great light was released, and the tower itself seemed to almost fall away with it, as the beam stretched to the sky above. No! The activation must be stopped, Aram thought as he dashed toward the machinery. However, before he could move any further, Nagirsu appeared before him. It was the first time they had seen each other since that tragedy long ago. Their eyes met with the chaos of the battle. Aram opened his mouth to speak. Why? He asked. Would you want anything to do with the Great Darkness? Why put our planet under threat like this? Why did you create this spiraling tower and this army of mechanical weapons? Nagirsu only had one simple answer for him. For him. It was the only reason he needed. For Sister, he was willing to activate Babel, to strike the World Legacy World Wand down from the skies and break the Earth's surface, as he could awaken the slumbering World Legacy World Art and use its influence over life and death and receive its soul. Then, after the Great Darkness had been freed from within the Earth, he was going to use its power to resurrect Ib as a celestial being. Not that he had heard of the truth from Ningirsu. Aram readied his sword, and he knew that he had to stop this at all costs. Ningirsu didn't budge, and instead swung his lance in return. No one was going to stand in his way, not even Aram. The swordsman knew that Ningirsu loved him more than anyone in the world. But that did not make it right for him to put their entire planet in danger like this. Aram knew that Ib would not want this, even if it meant that she could live once more. However, for Ningirsu, there was nothing he wanted more than to see his sister open her eyes again. And if it meant that he had to turn against the entire world, then so be it. Both men had already made their minds up on what they wanted to achieve. Neither wanted to budge, as they clashed, and neither could gain a decisive advantage. The orchestrated babble were activated, and at last, the world wand has been toppled. When it fell to the earth, it gored the land below, and the resulting shockwave reverberated across the entire planet. Jeez. Alrighty. I did it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching this. Of course, you guys know anytime a new solo gate in solo mode comes out, I play it, so yeah, we're going to, probably in the next series that I do with Pat, we are going to open the new bundle deal in Droplet, and then open 10 packs of pack as well. So I will see you all then. If you all did enjoy, feel free, go ahead, hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next one. Stay awesome, my dark.